Okay. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's, we call it an opportunity call, but what it really is a chance for you to take a look at something that could potentially give you a second or replacement income, could potentially give you really good health, could potentially be fantastic for your immune system, your body shape, your mindset, all sorts of different things. Give you some extra cash in the bank, have a little think about maybe what 500 or £1,000 or euros between now and Christmas might do for you. If you wanted to get started in the business and get running now, what would 2022 look like if you had an extra 100, 200, 300, 400, £500, maybe more than that every single month coming into your bank account? What about your friends and family? What about them? What if they had some extra money coming into their bank account every single day? I have been every single month, sorry. I have been doing this business now this is my 9th year. And it's really interesting. The only thing that you need to do this business is to be 18. And I was thinking, the people that are 18 now were 9 when I started this business. So like every single day, new people are turning 18 all the time that can join this business, that can create a second income for themselves. There's lots and lots of people joining the business in their early 20s even, or younger than that, who've never ever worked, never had a traditional job of any sort. And actually, you think about the way that the world is right now, how common is that? You know, so many people are earning money online. So for those of you who are kind of more my age and you're, I'm going to say mid-30s to late 40s, maybe a bit older, we have quite a traditional mindset, right? About you go to school, you go to work, you get a job, you get paid by somebody else generally. Maybe you own your own business, but that's very time consuming and a lot of energy, effort, risk, etc. The younger generation, so you know, my children and your children maybe, or people that you know that are in their 20s and 30s, they're much more familiar with earning money online, being at home, you know, influencers and that kind of thing. But this opportunity, our business, is open to everybody. You don't have to be a YouTube influencer. You don't have to have an Instagrammable house or any of that. Right? I don't have any of those things. What this is word of mouth recommendation, word of mouth marketing. Very, very simple. Anybody can do it, whether you are 18 or 88 or anything in between. If you ever recommend anything to anybody, then you can do this business too. If you ever recommend anything to anybody, you can do this business too. You can earn money from this business by recommending these products and this business, if you want to your friends, family, work colleagues. And through social media, these days, you can actually do that internationally with the click of a button. You can post on your Instagram, you can post on your Facebook, you can post on your LinkedIn, you can post on your Twitter if you use that, whatever, WhatsApp, any way that you can connect with the world. And there are so many different ways, and we can connect with the world like that now. You don't have to stand on the street handing out leaflets. You don't have to go around to people's houses, putting things through people's doors. None of that. If you have one of these or some thumbs or both, you can actually build a significant second or replacement income doing this business, irrespective of what your education is, what your background is, what you currently do, what you've done before, what your business experience is. It's totally irrelevant. You can start this business today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, whenever you want. It's a 50-year-old company. It's been around for that long, and it is growing and growing and growing every single month and every single year. So who are we and what are we about? We are and basically a whole food nutrition product based company. We're very customer orientated. We're all about the end consumer. Everybody who distributes the product, everybody who recommends the product, we all use the product ourselves too. My own experience was that I came across the product age 36 as a busy working mum. My friend John, who you're going to hear from shortly, he introduced me to the product because I was running on empty. Anybody familiar with that, right? Really running on empty, not having breakfast in the morning. My little kids were 3 and 5. I was not having my breakfast. I was training really hard in the gym when I could fit it in the mornings. I wasn't eating really well. I was grabbing a sandwich here and there, you know, eating food on the go all the time and just not fueling my body the way that I should fuel it for the kind of life that I had. And that's like everybody I knew was the same. That wasn't unusual. That was pretty normal experience, like, especially busy working mums, right? It's just like juggling everything. Grab a sandwich if you've got time. So John introduced me to this product, which is the complete shakes. They come in vanilla and chocolate, and I said, oh no, not for me, I'm not into shakes, that's not for me. Like, I totally just didn't know anything about what it was. I thought it was like a, you know, a weight loss diet or something like that, and he was my personal trainer. I was in great shape, I didn't really need to lose weight, but what he just said to me was, look, what do you have for breakfast? And I was like, well, nothing, or maybe a, you know, a slice of toast and a cup of coffee if I've got time. Running out the door, always on the run. And this, what he said to me is what I'll say to you, is, which is, this is 60 seconds to make and 60 seconds to drink. Probably not even that in my experience. It takes a lot less time than that to drink it, because I absolutely love it. But it's really tasty, good, whole food nutrition. It's a certified meal. People call it a meal replacement. It doesn't replace a meal, it is a meal. Right, it is a meal. So like, I have it for breakfast now. I've had it for breakfast pretty much every day for about 10 years now, and it just gave me a really, and continues to give me a really good start to my day. Everything that you need. I was literally, instead of running on empty, I felt I was sleeping better, I was looking better, I was jumping out of bed before my alarm clock. Even though I was working crazy hours, I felt like I had some energy for the first time in my adult life. If I'm honest, really was the first time I actually felt good, you know, pretty much all the time. So that actually changed the game for me in terms of what I was putting into my body, right? I started to drink more water. I started to just feel better. When you're sleeping better, God, doesn't everything go better when you've had a good night's sleep? It just changes the game completely. So it's called Complete for a reason, because it is a complete meal and gives you everything that you need. So I fell in love with it. I kid you not, absolutely fell in love with that product. It's so simple. You mix it with non-dairy milk. I personally mix it with non-dairy milk, even just ice in a shaker, out the door. It took away all my excuses about why I couldn't eat healthily and why I was, you know, not looking after my intake of my nutrition properly. So when I fell in love with that, by the way, you can use it as a meal replacement if you want, as a meal. We do have fantastic like weight management plans and all sorts of things. Speak to the person who invited you on the call. If you're looking to change your body shape, maybe drop a dress size or anything like that, we have fantastic, like hundreds of thousands of amazing body shape change stories that you can look about and find out about. And currently I'm on 2 of these a day and a clean evening meal, because I want to get in great shape heading into the new year. So they are really great for weight management. However, fell in love with them, changed the game nutritionally for me. And then John told me about these, which are the fruit, veg and berry capsules. Now, I was already telling everybody about this, by the way, which will bring me on to the business opportunity in a minute and how that works. But I was already telling everybody about that. And then he said to me, how good you feel taking those shakes, you'll feel 10 times more if you introduce these as well. And you know what? I didn't even really question it, because they're just 30 fruit and vegetables in capsules. I wasn't eating enough fruit and veg, you know, certainly not raw vine ripened fruit and veg. I had some most days because I knew that I should, but I wasn't having enough. My husband wasn't getting enough. My kids definitely weren't getting enough. And this just changed the whole game for us. In these capsules, you take 2 fruit, 2 veg, 2 berries every single day with a glass of water. And that is your 30 superfoods running through your body every day. I became a bit like Benjamin Button. Like, I was getting younger looking, I had a spring in my step, everything just got better because I started to fuel my body properly, right? It's people call them magic beans because of how they make you feel and what they do for you, but it is just fruit and vegetables. Like, it's actually not rocket science, right? It's just fruit and vegetables with the water taken out and encapsulated. But it's a simple, easy, effective, affordable way to get that into your body, maybe the body of your partner and your children. Get that product for free. When an adult buys the product, the children get it for free. So my kids, who were 3 and 5 when I started this, they're now 11 and 14, nearly 15, they take Juice Plus every single day as well, as does my husband, who never ate anything fruit and veg wise at all before he started taking Juice Plus. Now he eats everything that I put in front of him. And even if I don't put it in front of it, he puts it in front of himself, which is like never used to happen, because your body craves what you give it. So as a family, we just totally embrace the whole concept of the Juice Plus range of products. I quickly want to tell you, we also do an Amiga Blend, which was introduced maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I take 2 of these every day as well, which are fantastic for all sorts of different things, and they are unique in the world, in fact, in that they are vegan omegas. So you can find out a lot more about those. But for me personally, my experience has been that they really helped me with a back condition. I used to be in a lot of pain pretty much all the time with a back condition. That's not gone, but it's much less. much less than it was. My hair is lionesque when it's down, and they're just fantastic for every part of your natural health. And the last couple of things I want to tell you about are these three. The boosters, which are they are a weight loss product, by the way. They're a natural appetite suppressant. Personally, these are my savior, right? They stop me from overeating. I'm a real snacker, especially in the evenings, right? You know, I'm like, you know, one of those people who wanders around the kitchen just opening and closing the same door, just in case there's something different. Like, what's in the fridge now? Same as there was 10 minutes ago. This stops me doing that. You just mix it with water, drink it down, and it makes you feel full. We do a range of soups, which are currently on a 20% discount as well, when you buy them with these. Or these. So we've got some offers on at the minute. Ask the person who shared this call with you about those as well. And then the newest product is on Absolute Baby. I've not even opened these yet because I've just got them. The Uplift. This is a natural, everything we do is natural energy drink. Absolutely, utterly fantastic. Anybody who has ever woken up tired, you know what I mean, mums and dads out there, but anybody who's woken up tired, you need these. If you are a fitness fanatic like I am, I have one of these before I go to the gym, and I have one of them in the gym as well. And literally nothing phases me. I don't feel tired. I work out really hard for an hour and I feel fantastic afterwards. They are absolutely insane. So there's lots of really amazing products, but it's a small range though. And the most important thing to know is they're all natural, all vegan, all plant-based. They are totally good for you. Your children can have them, you can have them. Most people can have fruit and vegetables and plant-based products. So as you can probably tell, I am evangelical about the products, but guess what? I was evangelical about these products long before anybody paid me to do it. Nobody was paying me a penny, and I was telling everybody about them, my friends, my family, my work colleagues. I take these products, I feel amazing. Not only was I telling people, everybody was asking me, Emma, you look fantastic. What are you doing? You've got loads of energy. You're online at 11 o'clock at night. Like, what are you doing? What is going on? You used to be so tired. Because isn't that what we do? How many of you haven't seen your friends for like 18 months and you bumped into them and you've either thought, oh my God, Mary, you're looking amazing, or maybe the opposite, maybe Mary isn't looking amazing and you've noticed the difference. We notice the difference in people, right? And when somebody looks great or is having a great experience or is happier than they maybe seemed before or whatever it might be, we want to know what they're doing, don't we? What's your secret? What is going on, Mary? What are you doing? How do you look so good? How are you so happy? And how have you maybe got some extra money? Like, yeah, see, you've got, you know, you send the kids to a different school, or you're driving a new car or whatever. So the stress has gone out of your life. We want to know what's going on in people's lives. And that's where Juice Plus as a business will come in. So I was feeling great. People were asking me about this. And I was going to John and saying, John, my friend, we'll call her Mary because we'll stick with the same name. Mary wants to take Juice Plus. She wants to drop a dress size. How does she order it? Julie from work, she wants to drop a dress size too. My husband's looking to buy it, whatever. Lots and lots of people were asking me about the product, and I was sending them all to John to buy the products from him because I didn't think the business was for me. And he just said, look, Emma, this is the business opportunity. It's £50 to join. It's €60 in Ireland and across Europe. Cost of a pretty average night out. And you can actually make money from these recommendations. When people buy the product because of your recommendation, you will earn some commission for that. That's a concept I totally understand. It's not, sometimes people think what we do is complicated. Let me tell you, I'm a really simple Sally. Like, everything I do has to be super simple. And this business is really simple. I was working 100 hours a week. I couldn't fit another thing into my day, nothing, right? But I managed to fit this in because it just slotted into my life just like that. Because you're already doing it, guys. Have you recommended anything to anybody today? Have you tagged yourself in something on Facebook? Have you told somebody about somewhere you maybe went over the weekend? Have you maybe recommended a book that you're reading or a film that you've seen or what you're watching on Netflix at the moment? I put a post on my Facebook the other day asking people what to watch on Netflix, what's good. I must have had like over 100 recommendations from people. Netflix aren't paying anybody for that. Nobody's getting paid by Netflix whenever I choose to watch, but people want to help. I've seen this, it's amazing. I take these products, they're amazing. But when you sell the products because of your recommendation, when the company sells the products, they'll give you some money for that. Thank you very much, Cheryl, for that recommendation. Here's some commission back for that. So there's 4 elements to the business. The first element is what I just said there, which is retail. So that was the bit I was like, I haven't got time to be, you know, selling stuff to people. I'm not interested in that. And you really don't have to do that. I mean, yes, you are, I guess you are selling something ultimately, but it really is think of it more as word of mouth marketing. You take the product, you feel amazing, and you tell other people about it. If they decide to buy the product because of your recommendation, you'll get paid for that. Does that make sense? So it's really take the product, feel the benefits, tell other people about it. If they want to buy the product, you put a little order through on there. The company, and this is the second part of it, the mail order element, the company do everything else. They take the order, they handle the order, they process the order, they take the money from the customer, they set up the payment plan if that's how the customer wants to pay, they deliver the product direct to the customer's door. Do not underestimate how fabulous that is. I ain't leaving the house if I don't want to. How fantastic was that when we weren't allowed to leave the house, right? Still had a business that grew every month, and I wasn't even pretty much leaving my kitchen table, because the company deliver the product all over the globe, by the way. I have customers, and you can have customers in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, France, Germany, Spain, Ireland, any country in which we operate, because we're not doing any money handling or any deliveries. How awesome is that? You can think back to, I've got a friend who I went to high school with who lives in Singapore, who takes Juice Plus, and I get paid commission every time she buys a product. I've never been to Singapore. I'd like to go, but that's amazing. So that's the second part of it, mail order. Company do everything for you. You literally pay for your franchise at the start, the 50 euros, 60 euros or whatever, £50, 60 euros, and that's it. The company do everything, all the donkey work, all the time consuming stuff. And that is why this business works for busy people. If you've looked at this before and thought, I haven't got time, it's still the number one thing people say to me, I haven't got time for that. Guess what? Neither have I. Right? Nobody's got time. Nobody's really sitting around twiddling their thumbs looking, hardly anybody's looking for more to add into their busy life, right? This will just slot, it's designed for busy people to fit it in. It's designed to just go about your business. The third element to the business is what we might call networking. Now, when I worked in corporate life, networking was like, oh God, like standing around, warm glass of wine, talking to people that you didn't really like. That's not what we do in our business. In our business, it's literally getting to know people online and offline, wherever you want to do. There's no rules. If you just want to build this offline with your, like, in the real world friends and family, that's totally cool. But online makes it bigger, wider. You can connect with people that you've never met before. I've been having chats all day long today with people in all over the world on Instagram, Facebook, all sorts of different things. That's networking, getting to know somebody, make a friend, meet their friends. There's girls on this call that I've never met, but we've been friends for years, right? Through social media, we've met through friends of friends, and so on. And then the fourth element, before I bring the girls on and John on to share their stories, the fourth element is teaching. So if you remember, I said you take the product, you feel the benefits, and you share it with other people. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, anybody can do that, right? You're already doing it. If you want to earn more money, let me tell you, there is 6 figures worth of bonuses to get. You can earn 4 figures a month, 5 figures a month if you want to, 50 quid a month if you want to. It's up to you. You get to choose, and we'll help you when you decide what level you want to do that at. For those of you who want to build a business, want to maybe have like £1,000, £2,000 a month regularly coming into your account, the second part of the business that you will want to do is the team building element, which is join the business, which you will, feel the benefits, get paid, make friends, have fun, all of that stuff, which you will, and share that with other people. Give that opportunity, that chance to other people. That's absolutely how I view this when I team build, is giving other people the chance to create the life that I've created for themselves. That's what, when I talk about this business to people, when I share it with people, that's what I want for them. I want them to have the chance, the opportunity, because it's the same for everybody, the chance to have extra cash, the chance to have some time freedom, the chance to be able to do the things that they want to do. But take the products, feel the benefits, share it with other people, join the business, feel the benefits of that, and share that with other people. When you do that, you can build a team, again, globally. Don't worry about the how. We will teach you all of that. Let me tell you, as I said, I'm a simple Sally. If I can do this with 3 kids, I've got an older one as well, and a full-time 100-hour-a-week corporate job, anybody can do this. If I can do this, I promise you, you can do it too. It enables me to leave my full-time job in less than a year. I had a £200 a month goal. I smashed that in my first month. I earned £500. Second month, I earned £1,000. Never earned any less than that since. Left my full-time job at the end of that year, 2013. Never looked back. Anybody, including anyone on here, anybody can do that. You can do it, your friends can do it, your family can do it. Anybody who wants a little bit more extra cash in their lives, a little bit extra freedom, they can do it. So let's hear from some other people who have done that or are currently in the process of doing that. So in no particular order, I'm going to bring them on. I'm going to bring on Cheryl first, because you're right next to me on the screen. So let me add you on the spotlight, and then you can see me too. Can I unmute you? There we go.
Hey.
Hello, my darling. Thank you so much for agreeing to share your story. So we've got like 5 or 6 people to hear from. So if you could just maybe in 2 minutes share a little bit about, you're relatively new in the business. Tell us what this is doing for you and how do you fit it in around your job as well?
Okay, so yeah, I joined pretty much this time last year during the second lockdown. So I'm a holistic therapist by trade, so my business had to close. So this brought in a bit of cash each month through the lockdown. It also kept me busy and out of mischief, because when I'm bored, I'm not good. And the weather started turning pretty rubbish and the garden was already sorted. So it kept me going, it kept me sane. And the team that's there, the wider team, the community, that was, can't even put into words how much that helped. And, you know, starting to really look back and understand how much they have all helped me and how we've helped each other through this past year. Money wise, if we want to talk about money, what has it done each month for us as a family? It's meant that without touching any of our normal money, as we've managed to get our businesses back up and going, it means my daughter's been able to learn how to drive, and she passed her test on Friday, which was amazing. So we're now looking at buying her a car, which Juice Plus will pay for without them knowing it. But yeah, it's been amazing, and it fits around my other business just so easily, because I jump on the calls first thing of the morning so I can get a little bit done before I even start my day, and then jump on the calls again in the evening and work my business through the day. So it's just dead easy. I'm kind of lucky because my kids are older or have already left home, so I haven't got to be mum in that sort of sense. But yeah, it goes around my other business as well. So I've just felt lucky, fell on my feet.
Amazing, thank you so much. And yeah, once a mum, always a mum, Cheryl. There's always something to be doing, I'm sure, even when they're older and left home.
There is, yeah. At the moment it's worrying because it's my car that's out with my daughter, so
Oh, but amazing, thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Okay, next I'm going to bring on Sarah, if I can see her. Yes, I can. Let me add you and unmute you. So same question to you. Actually, I know that you actually brought Cheryl into the business, didn't you, as in the way that I talked about before. So tell us a little bit about what this business has done for you. I know that you got made redundant during COVID. So how did you cope? How did this help? And why do you recommend it to other people?
Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I've been doing this now for 6 years actually this month. So as Emma said, I got made redundant in COVID, and I was a bit scared to start with, but then I'd realised that I'd just been doing this at home like I had done before. Previously, I've done it around my full-time job all the time before, and it just gave us an absolute fab additional income around that, and just gave us money each month to like go out for meals, put towards holidays, whatever we wanted to really. So I just carried on doing that around my little girl through COVID in the summer, having fun in the garden, and it's totally changed like my life that summer. We had such an amazing time. As Cheryl said, it was like a great connection. I was earning more than I did in my full-time job. I hit a couple of promotions, which meant that I got some nice bonuses. So when I did actually get made redundant, I've got this there, and it's been my safety blanket really, and it's meant that I've been able to be at home now with my little girl for over a year, be there for the summer holidays, which is always something I wanted to do. So I'm just trying to share this with as many people as I can, just to show people that you can do this around your full-time job, and then it can lead into something else if you want it to as well.
Amazing, thank you so much. I absolutely love watching you with Olivia all the time now, before school, after school, all the stuff you were missing out on before. And because of Juice Plus and because of the effort that you put in over those couple of years, it's enabled you to have be that mum where she's getting older and able to share stuff before and after school with you when she wants to, which is amazing. So congratulations for that, and it's only going to get better and better. Okay, so next up I'm going to bring on Summer. Where are you? There she is. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hiya, again, relatively recently joined the team. So tell us a little bit about what this business is doing for you and why you recommend it to other people.
It's, I found Juice Plus as a customer. I was so desperate to lose weight. It was all about the loss for me. But I've gained so much from this. I'm a military wife, so we move around a lot, and I always have to find something. I've done it all, whether it's, bars, pubs, restaurants, midday supervisors, and I was just sick of that. I was sick of being the new person all the time, updating my CV, having interviews. I was done with all that. So I knew that I needed to do something that was working for myself, but something also that I could take with me wherever we were going. And I'd almost been in my own lockdown from having my youngest. You know, I'd been in all the time, unpaid maternity, and I was finally getting to the stage where I could start getting out. I had a business course set up to start my own business, whatever that was going to be. I didn't know I was going to figure that out. And then lockdown happened, and I was just, I was locked down again. And I was just so miserable with my weight. And that's when I found Juice Plus. I'd been watching a friend of mine for 2 years. But when I started to see people that I knew get the results, I didn't want to miss out anymore. So I approached her and very quickly got the results. And I just thought, oh, yeah, I love this. I didn't think it was going to happen. And because I was at home all the time, I was literally sharing. I was on social media all the time sharing it. And my friend said to me, you're sharing it anyway, why don't you just do it and get paid? I thought, no, I couldn't do it the way that people do lives. It wasn't something that I ever thought that I could do. And then she saw me sharing a mascara for somebody. I wanted to win a free mascara. So in order to do that, she said, will you post for me once a day for 7 days? I was like, yeah. And my friend said, what are you doing? You're doing this for free for somebody when you could be doing it and getting paid. And I thought, oh, go on. And I did that last August. And I've just taken so much from this. The friends that I've made, the support that you get, my time freedom, the fact that I can be at home with my kids every day, and my own financial independence as well, not having to ask my husband every day for money, every week for money. It's mega, changed everything.
Amazing. What a cracking story. I love that. I love it. So many relatable things in there as well. I definitely need to hear from you again, Summer. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I really appreciate it. And definitely some good stuff ahead for you. I'm sure of that. Okay, we've got Lorraine, Kelly and John left to go. Let me find Kelly. She's next to you on the screen. There we go. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
And your dog. So if you could share a little bit with us about what this business is doing for you. I know you've been doing it for a little bit longer, but what's this business doing for you? Why do you recommend it to others?
I think the biggest thing for me was, well, I started 7 years ago now on these products, nearly 8. And I was a new mum, I was a teacher, I've always been quite sickly, always run down, and I had a massive lack of confidence after having a baby. My mental health was suffering, and I started to put in the shakes and the capsules, and I noticed I got a bit more energy, I was starting to get a nice glow, my skin was looking better, and it was naturally something that I was using all the time, but my daughter suddenly picked up on. And because it is natural and because there's no nasties in there at all, she could have it, which for me was absolutely incredible. So we quite quickly put her on the Healthy Starts for Families. She'd always been poorly, she was sickly when she was a kid, she was skinny, she had no hair, eczema, didn't sleep a wink, which is where Uplift came into my saviour, because that's been an incredible game changer for me. But she had reflux, and it was just to know that she was getting that goodness as a mum, it took that weight off my mind. She's now got crazy hair, so have I don't know where it comes from, I really don't. But she's on no meds, her eczema's cleared up. We have like bounce back ability, so we still get ill, but it clears up faster. So it made sense then to start recommending it. And it just happened quite naturally for me, to be honest. I was telling people about it, same as the girls have already said, but I was a teacher and I wanted other options, and I didn't really know what a teacher could do. And I'd spent hours over this because I didn't need any more work. I hadn't got the time. I couldn't fit anything around being a new mum. And this came without the workload. It's got me through maternity leaves, it's got me through furlough, it's got me through redundancy, and all the time there is that safety net there at the back. It's fun. I've got some crazy commissions off it. The confidence in myself from when I started 8 years ago to now, it's like a completely different person you're talking to. If you'd ever asked me to do this a few years ago, I'd have laughed at you. And the best thing about it for me, my son is now 5. He went to school last September. I got to spend his entire first few years with him. With my daughter, I had to rush back to work. I had no balance, I had no time. And this just gave me the options. And that's why I would recommend it to everybody, because it's there for you when you need it. It's there for you for whatever you want from it, as little or as much as you want. And it's just incredible. So go out, share it with everybody and say yes.
Thank you so much, Kelly. And it's exactly what I said before. It's giving this other people, men and women, the chance to be able to do all of that. What a crazy, like, amazing story as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. I'm going to bring on Lorraine, who, you know, like, you're in the dark there, guessing you. Hold on a second. So mum of twins, still working full time in a corporate job. How on earth do you fit this in, and why do you do it?
Sorry, my connection keeps dropping, so I've moved downstairs to try and keep this connected. Yeah, okay, so I still work full time, guys. The way I'd managed to do it is choose to get up a bit early in the mornings. I don't really do much, I don't get much of a lunch. So a bit like the girls were saying, about 5:30, I'll do a couple of hours with the girls and the team, and then kind of this time of night when the kiddos are either in bed or calm down, I do a couple of hours at night time. So it just slots around exactly what Cheryl says, your current commitments. What I would love to highlight to you is this does not feel like a job, because I don't finish my work and go, oh, I have to do this. I just look forward to it. It's fun. I've built my confidence again, like Kelly. I love to speak, but I would not have done this a couple of years ago. The community, like Cheryl mentioned, is something that you cannot explain, that has kept us all together. It's fun, it's exciting. And the reason I do it is, as much as my husband and I have got full-time jobs, I think we all live to our means. So we've got a big mortgage, we've not got much disposable income left. And I want to be able to kind of say yes to the girls. I want to just go for dinner when I want. I want to go weekends away. I want to take them everywhere, build memories. Really, it's for us, memories as a family. We all do this for different reasons, as you've heard from the guys and girls tonight, and John again in a minute. But yeah, that's why I do it. And it's just fun, it's exciting, and I've made friendships for life. So if you're on the fence, guys, honestly, you've got absolutely nothing to lose and so much to gain that I couldn't explain. So I'll keep it short because I know John's coming on.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lorraine. And I feel exactly the same, by the way. Like, that extra income, it makes a massive difference. I'll give you a tiny example before I bring John on. The other day I was in London and the tube was like all over the place, shut down, all sorts of things, and I had to catch a flight. And you know what? I just sacked the tube off and got a taxi. And it was 30 quid. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but 30 quid for a taxi is quite a lot, right? But I didn't have to think, oh my God, where am I going to find the money from? Or I'm going to miss the stress that was removed from that situation because I just had the 30 quid to jump in a taxi was unbelievable. So these are the things that might seem like little things, but the on-shot of that was I didn't have to worry about my flight. I didn't have to worry about the cash. I was just able to just pay 30 quid for a taxi when, you know, if that situation turns up. So that extra cash, be able to say yes to things even like that makes a massive difference to people. So don't underestimate what 30 to 50 quid to 100 quid a month might make to somebody. So I'm going to bring on John. John introduced me to the business back at the start. Oh, are you there? Hold on, your picture's gone. I don't know if it's gone for everybody or just for me. I can't see you, but I think that you're there. Can anybody else see John? No. Oh, there you are. There you're back. We need to see your lovely face. You're back. John introduced me to the business and the products. Used to be my personal trainer. I would love it if you've been in the business obviously longer than me, taking the products longer than me. I'd love it if you would share a little bit about what this business particularly is doing for you and has done for you over the last 11, 12 years. And why do you continue to, you know, work in this business, really?
Yeah, great call. Some amazing stories tonight. Absolutely incredible. So thanks so much for having me on, and thanks for hosting. Yeah, it's just been a great business for me in many different elements of my journey. Right at the beginning, just as Lorraine said there, the residual income element was something that really appealed to me as a personal trainer. I was trading time for money, and my gym rent was £500 a month. So there was always that nagging pressure in my mind where I thought, am I going to be able to afford my gym rent this month? So to earn an extra £250 a month part-time, recommending a product that I was using and having conversations about nutrition and supplements and exercise every day, it was just a no-brainer, really. So that was my initial entry level to it and my initial goal. After I hit the £300 a month mark, my next goal was 500, and I went to a convention where my whole world sort of turned upside down because I'd heard about success stories and people that had gone full time with the business and been able to go and live abroad and all that kind of stuff. And that was always one of my goals. So when I saw these stories, and there was one lady in particular that had bought a holiday home in Mallorca, and she'd retired her husband, and she was driving a Porsche, and I was just thinking, wow. And it was all from this business. It was all from the company, just doing more of what I was already doing, basically, just speaking to more people about the products and speaking to more people about the business. And so that really elevated my goals and my dreams, and I just started to work towards them. Hit a lot of those. Obviously, you know, when you came in, 2013, 2014 was just an insane year for us, where we had a lot of growth, a lot of lives were changed, and we've continued to build on it. And even more so, like with the COVID and quarantine in 2020 especially, it just really, really took off to new levels. And you know, I've never been more excited right now. I think the world is really leaning towards an online business. People want to work from home, and they want to be able to say yes to more things that they want to do and no to the things that they don't want to do. And you know, we've got a product that everybody can take, and we've got a business model that everybody can join up and enjoy and get what you want out of it. That's the great thing, whether it's the personal development side, the community, you want some recognition, you want to earn extra income. We've got an incredible bonus system. So it literally ticks every box for me. So the main thing, the reason that I'm still super excited is there's so many people's lives that can be changed by this. So we've got a lot of people to go out there and serve. And how many people do you know right now that say yes to an extra £200 a month before Christmas and are looking to build something part-time on top of what they're already doing, without any extra stock, without any extra hassle, without any, you know, any of the complicated stuff that you'd have in a normal business? That's all taken care of. And really all we do is we go out and build relationships, make friendships, and recommend the products in the business. So you're in at the right place at the right time, but most importantly with the right people. So yeah, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for sharing that, John. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, it's that you've heard lots of different stories there, guys, lots of different examples of people who've been doing this for a long time, people who've just got started in the last 12 months, some people who are doing this alongside a full-time job, some people who are doing only this, like, and everything in between. And that's just a snapshot, a tiny little snapshot really of some of the stories of the people that are involved in this business. We had a big event in London last weekend, and there were 69 new, what we call national marketing directors, which is one of the high up positions in the company that anybody can achieve, by the way. But it's when you get there, you get the chance to kind of experience some amazing things, nice hotels, that kind of thing. But more importantly for me was the stories that people stood up and told about how they'd come across this. They were looking for a bit of extra cash, or didn't want to go back to work after maternity leave, or you know, a few people said I just stumbled across it on social media, or my friend was doing. A lot of examples like these that you've heard tonight, but people whose lives are getting changed all of the time, who are just totally normal, like totally normal people like you and me. And when I joined this business nearly 10 years ago, that was the thing that stuck out for me the most. When, like, at a convention like John was talking about there, everybody that you speak to is really normal. So guys, if you're normal, welcome to the club, right? We're all pretty normal. So normal people can have extraordinary lives. You are allowed. It's okay. You can have more fun. You can have more time freedom. And guess what? You can have more money and less stress. So this is the place where we will help you to do that. If you want to get started, please, please, please go back to the person who invited you on the call or shared this recording with you and just say, I'm in. It's the middle of October now. Imagine what you could do in a couple of months. Few hundred quid before Christmas, springboard yourself into 2022, and imagine what you could do in 12 months. It changed my life. It's changed the lives of the guys that you've heard from, and lots more like them as well. So thank you so much to every single one of you shared your stories. Always very inspiring. And we are here every week at 8:30 on the same code, so feel free, bring all your friends along next week and we'll tell them all about it for you. Okay, see you soon. Thank you very much, guys. Bye for now.